Hello and welcome everybody to round 8 of the Phoenix Sim Sports DCR Challenge. I'm Arthur and I'll be your sole commentator today around this beautiful Austrian track, the A1 Ring, otherwise known as the Red Bull Ring. We're heading right now into round 8 of the championship, round 8 of 10 that is. And we're following right now in free practice our championship leader, Marcel Miku. He leads from Christian Grzybowski with about 60 points. He will be looking to extend his lead here today and, gain some valuable points over his championship rival. After that, we have Thesis Klias, who's in P3 in the standings with 354 points. So he's only 16 points behind Grzybowski, so they will definitely be battling it out as well. Further down the championship standings, we have Bernetsis being in a battle with Anthony Perkin and Narashto pretty much. Then we have Jack Smith, Sebastian Schoenfeld, Vittorio Day, and Severio Piazza to round up the top 10 in the championship. My bad for having a little bit of hiccups there. In free practice right now though, Grzybowski is setting the pace with a 37.7. Vasilis Bernetsis only 3/10 behind in P2 with a 1:38.0. And we have Narashto in P3, Perkin P4 and Miku P5. It looks like we will have 10 cars out here today. So that's still a decent number for the 45-minute race we will have. So we will start qualifying soon, which will be around 10 minutes, where the cars will push themselves to the limit to set their absolute fastest lap, followed by the 45-minute race. So they will have to be very careful into turn 1 and turn 3 here at the Red Bull Ring, because they can cause quite a bit of chaos on the first lap. Is there a car starting a lap right now? Yes, it's the person with the Japanese character, so I'll take you around a lap right now. Heading into turn 1, heavy braking zone, quite a bit of runoff, but it's very easy to make contact there. Then we head into a very, very long straightaway. It has a few bends in it, but yeah, not that much. This technically counts as a turn 2 as we head into turn 3. Another heavy braking zone with quite a bit of a wide exit there. As you can see, this person right now take the sausage curve, which we will see drivers do definitely. Again, a little straightaway into the following section of turns 4. It's an off-camber right-hander, so it's very easy to understeer here. You can see cars go into the gravel there as we turn slight bit right here into turn 5, which leads us into turn 6. Again, a place where you don't want to go side by side, because the curb can either spit you out, or if you don't hit the apex, you go wide. Then my favorite section, turns 7 and 8. It's just very fun to just glide the car over those curbs, especially here on exit. Then we're already in sector 3 pretty much. We go to the final 2 corners, turn 9 right now, as we see a bit of counters here. Lots of exit there. An easy apex to take. You can quite literally fly over it in turn 10, and yeah, that's a lap around the Red Bull Ring. In about 20 minutes the server will probably be set to qualifying, so we will await that patiently. I mean, let's take a look at what cars we have today. We have Grzybowski in his Cupra, Vasilis Bernetsis in an Audi, Narashto as well in an Audi, Perkin Audi, Miku a Honda. Then we have another Honda. Audis. Do we have a Peugeot today? Yes, we have. That's very nice to see. So they're also one of the first ones to leave the pit lane. Thank you, set of course the camera, for that angle, as we're looking at Grzybowski ahead right now, exiting the pit lane. 10 minutes of qualifying here. The track's about 4 kilometers and 300 meters long, and it also features 65 to 64 meters of elevation change. Online, when I did my research, it said 65, but CMRT seems to think 64 as a... I think it might even pop up on the track info there. Yes, it does. What an impeccable timing. Track's also noted shorter here, but of course it's measured differently in game than in real life. Samuel Baumann right now leading the pack in qualifying. If you look at our track map right there, we can see that most of the cars are in very close proximity as Stavros Konstantinidis, if I pronounce that correctly, disconnected right there, so I hope for him he's able to rejoin. Bellman as well in the Peugeot, I didn't see that, so that's my mistake. A beautiful Valvoline livery. Marcel Miku is on his tail though, he's putting on his hazards though, so he's slowing down to give some place to the car ahead, to get some clean air and not any dirty air. But here we go, qualifying officially on their way as most of the cars reach the main straight right now. I mean, these lap times are not really representative yet. Of course, at the pit lane we'll be looking at the 136s, 137s, if I'm correct, if I looked right during practice. But Marcel Miku already looking pretty close to Samuel Baumann. And not even a little bit, he's already set a purple sector 1. He's being not really forced wide there, but it's not gonna help him. He's clearly much faster, but he's gonna stick behind for now. He's putting up his hazards even. Yeah, it seems like he's aborted this lap, as we see the person with the Japanese characters pull out late there. Miku really just letting everybody by right now. Track's clear behind him right now. So we will be taking a look at Samuel Baumann, already 1 minute into his lap. 2 green sectors already from the German driver, if I'm correct. The name is either way very German sounding. I mean, he will be the first to cross the line, so he'll have the first representative time. Stavros has rejoined. What a power slide there from Baumann. Beautiful. Takes quite a lot of exit there as he runs towards the finish line. What time will he set right now? It will be a 1:40.2, which is already beaten by Vasilis Bernetsis and then Christian Grzybowski. A 1:38.0, so I think we can definitely see cars break into the 1:37s. Great lap from him, but where's Miku right now? I mean, of course, he aborted his lap earlier, so that cost him about 12-13 seconds to his rivals thus far. He cannot make any mistakes in the upcoming laps, otherwise it's dream over for him. Qualifying gone, kind of like Tatis yesterday when it had to be restarted, unfortunately. Yeah, I think the championship leader, he won't give up easily, and I don't think he'll invalidate either. Rashto also back into the server. He's P3 currently in qualifying, so he might have disconnected after setting his first lap. As Alex Malgar crosses the finish line there. Grzybowski, however, with a purple sector 2, however, sector 1 looks to be a bit slower right now, as we can see a few cars kind of battle ahead. Let's see what he can do. The Cupra beautifully driving over the camera there. You can see him all the way back there. Or no, that was him right there. And the 37.8, so that's an improvement from our provisional pole man. Never mind, there goes Marcel Miku, the 37.8. was from him. My apologies. As Narashto rejoins qualifying right now, he's already pushing on, overtaking a Cupra. Yeah, I mean, Miku, can he set a purple sector 1 right now? No, he's 3/10 slower. We did see him go wide there, turn 1, so that might have been part of that. Let's see. Bernet's also a yellow sector 1. Is everybody setting yellow sector 1s right now? Is it some sort of trend? Birkin, no sector 1 yet, because he's going to cross the sensor very shortly. It's right after turn 2. No, again yellow, but Bernet's purple sector 2, 42nd, 0.3. So that's from turns 3 to just before turn 7, where he's pretty much the fastest right now. Time can, of course, still be beaten. But will it be enough? I mean, the yellow sector already doesn't bode well. The purple one has to be extremely rapid. Same for his exit right now. What will he be able to do? P2 from him, for him, 37.9, so he's only a little less than a tenth behind Marcel Miku. Great stuff from the Audi here. Speaking of Marcel Miku, he did not improve right there, but still continuing on. I mean, he's not even pushing this lap. I think he's gonna try and set one final lap after this one. Yeah, he's letting everybody by. He does not want anyone behind him. Anthony Perkin about to cross the finish line, though. No improvements from him. He will stay P4 for now. If he has a fuel and if he has a pace, he will be able to set 2 more laps and hopefully improve. It is quite a big margin to P3 for him right now, though. 6/10 that he will have to gain in his Audi compared to the Cupra of Grabowski. Can the yellow sector 1, the sector 2, what will he be able to do here? We're nearly there. I mean, you can even see the line painted right there. Again, no improvements from him. Sector 3 also probably won't be it, unfortunately. Rachel, however, 2 purple, what am I saying, purple sectors. Am I colorblind? No, I'm not. 2 green sectors, so he is improving on his lap. All is down to his exit right here. We can see the tires kind of counter steer there to save his car from spinning. As he crosses the finish line, will he improve? Yes, he will, up to P4. So Anthony Birkin will have to really fight to gain his time back. I don't think he will be able to do it this lap. Next lap is the next time to shine, and the last time to shine as well. Grabowski, purple sector 1 at 22 seconds, 0.3. Can Birkin improve with his last sector? No, he cannot. Barely behind Narash though. As Grabowski right now, the Cupra is chasing that Peugeot, hoping that it won't impede him slightly into the off-cambered corner right there. Doesn't take a lot of exit, but still holds the car on. Into turn 6 he goes right now. Tricky corner. I personally am not good around that corner. I usually send it onto the gravel there or send it too much onto the apex and then go wide. Purple, what am I saying, purple sector? Yellow sector 2, as we see a car off there. That is Alexis Melgar, who rejoins ahead of Marcel Miku, hopefully not impeding too much. I mean, stays on the racing line as Bernet's takes provisional pole right now. Grabowski, can he take that away? Yes, he does. 37.6. Marcel Miku into the pits. He does not set another lap? Might it be because of not the best lap in general, or was it the car spun out ahead of him? I don't know. But yeah, Stavros across the line too late. He won't be able to set another lap. Last car left then is Anthony Perkin, but it looks like he will be limping to the pit. So that concludes our qualifying here around the Red Bull Ring in these TCRs. Christian Grzypowski will take pole for the 45-minute race with Bernetses following behind. Then second row Marcel Miku with Nerashto followed by Perkin and Jeremy Kass. Stavros Konstantinis with Beilman and um, the Japanese characters with Alexis Melgar. I feel very sorry for not knowing how to pronounce that name though, so my apologies. As we do have the Audi there moving in the pit lane, which is strange. But yeah, we might see some cars go wide right there into turn one, or I was just hovering with my camera. As we will be waiting patiently for the race to start. Hopefully no server disconnect like that was yesterday. Alexis Malgar doesn't seem like he was able to set a proper lap, unfortunately. I think he's also a debutant, so might be part of it. So my best advice to him is just try and keep it on the track, be safe, and learn. Don't be afraid to follow a faster car ahead of you, and yeah, that's really important. As, if I'm looking right now at the chat, I mean he had quite a few disconnects, so might have been the reason for him only setting one lap. I mean margins are pretty close. We have around 2/10 from P1 to P3, and then it's still all pretty close. Melgar saying in the chat, I'm cooked, so just try. That's my best advice. Any track time is a valuable track time. So I will teleport myself back into the pits as I see a car slide there. That was strange. Yes, I am confirmed in the pits. My camera will be on Marcel Miku for the start though. Um, we know him from his brilliant and electrifying starts in almost any series, where he usually gains a position on the start and keeps everything clean. But 10 cars will be starting in the next few minutes, all trying to get the glory of P1. Some of them will be fighting for it more than others because, of course, the championship has still not been won. Marcel Miku is the favorite to win it, might be the favorite in the race, but here we go. The start lights are appearing on our screen right now as it's lights out and away we go. The Audi of Burnetz is just parked there as I see cars disappear. I hope it's not my PC having issues, because this is very strange. I will be checking. Yeah, I think there's an issue because I saw Grzypowski just join the VC, so please, yeah, it's a server issue, server unavailable, so we'll, is this a good screenshot? I mean, it's the wrong thumbnail, so this is the interview slash wait room. We'll be waiting here while the issue tries to get resolved. I hope we don't have to sit through another shortened qualifying, hopefully, but I'll be back with an update very soon.
Yeah. No, no,
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do qualifying. Yes. So I'm gonna shorten the race to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. No problem. Thank you.
I returned to you guys with some news. So the server did have an issue, which is unfortunate. So we'll be having a shortened qualifying, and the race will be 15 minutes shorter. So don't be afraid. We still have plenty of racing. 30 minutes is still a very, very long time. But yeah, uh, fortunately these things happen. Qualifying looks to be 5 minutes if my eyes do not deceive me right now on the server section. So that will be detrimental to the drivers though. They'll have to load in, put on a setup. Will probably be around 2 minutes on the outlap, maybe a bit faster, and then they'll have about 2 laps, so they cannot make any mistakes at all during those 2 laps. So I keep saying a lot. I, I'm doing it again. I shouldn't be doing this. Usually it irritates me when I hear that from other people, but here I am doing it myself. As I have loaded back into the server, so that's what you guys will be able to see right now as well, hopefully. Hello, hello. Yes, bear with the frames for a second. The CPU has to spool its turbos again and wake up. As people are joining back in. Yesterday when that happened, it didn't go well for Marcel Miku, unfortunately, who was on pole and then wasn't able to really set a decent slash valid lap in the shortened qualifying. So we'll see how that goes today. He's still on the server though, so if you load in late right now, you're really put at a disadvantage because you're losing valuable time of those 5 minutes. I mean, we're already 30 seconds in, and we only have one car out on track right now. The rest is following suit though. So yeah, here we go. I mean, this might shake up a few positions, but yeah, we will see. As I wonder where this camera is placed in the car. We can see a bit of a top thing, but might be the Honda logo. I'm not sure. Let's experiment with this camera and figure out with each other where that camera is. Hypothetical camera, that is, because it's clear you do not see it here. We also don't have any cameras there that are displayed like this. Which I mean, doesn't matter. Not everything has to be 100% accurate, of course. Putting all the effort to put cameras onto a car is already a hassle for mod makers. I think I'm again not professional on this. I will share this with you. I've been trying this camera angle for the last 2 races on straights because I find it very interesting if the cars go side by side, bump draft or make contact. So at times you will see this camera angle. Of course, sadly it cannot zoom out that much. But if cars are side by side, which I hope they will be, it will be hopefully for you guys very entertaining. I think I've seen people in the Twitch chat already say that they enjoyed it. So yeah, let's see. Right now, everybody is starting their laps right now. Jeremy Cass furthest away from setting a lap though. He's still on his out lap. He'll have about 2 laps to do, just like everybody else, I think. Purple sector 1 right now, which might be taken by Christian Grzybowski right now. Yes, it does. Malgar rejoining. I'm gonna keep my phone open for the Twitch chat. As I just saw, I've been on 4Gs instead of Wi-Fi, which isn't the best thing. Luckily, I don't have to pay for it myself, so one positive side to that. So we're heading through these corners. Lots of curb being taken there. We'll be taking a sip of water. The Red Bull I drank earlier did wake me up well though. If you guys were here yesterday, you might have seen the few blunders I made qualifying, or the short qualifying. Almost the entire time I had the thumbnail up, and then afterwards, during the interviews on OBS, I forgot to unmute myself, so it was like people talking to a ghost for the listeners. But here we go. First lap set to 39.7 as Krispowski crosses the finish line in P2, so his last sector really wasn't the best one. The Cupra, no, we can go faster as Stavros takes P1 right now. Beautiful Cupra, I think it's one of the basic skins. I really love the orange look on it because it's multi-layered, and usually I'm not that big of a fan of the orange color. Might be because I'm Belgian and of course we like to make jokes about Dutch people, but whose main color is orange. Added context a bit there. Yeah, Pernetz right now P1. I'm gonna quickly change it to the best lap counter, as he's following Bellman right now. They're having a little bit of a battle in qualifying right now, and this is what I mean with camera angle. Went to it a bit too late, but Belgium, you mean South Netherlands. I do not know how to react to that comment, as we see Pernetz go onto the gravel there, losing a bit of time, and that's lap gone maybe. Narasto in P2 right now, but Marcel Miku has the fastest sector 1. He's nearly, I mean, what am I saying? Nearly in sector 2. He's getting close to sector 2, as that exit there did not look great, unfortunately. Pernetz is into the pits. Come on, Marcel. You have one more sector to go, pretty much. No mistakes to make for you if you want to spoil the green sector. He improved marginally there. Also down to sector 3 right now, and it is easy to do a power slide here. Pressure is on for the championship leader. What will he do? Takes a curb nicely. Car's still stable. Takes all the exit through the final corner. Isn't too greedy, even though these cars can really take it. He will. Narasto, provisional pole right now, but can Miku beat him? No, he does not! Excuse the slight voice cracking there, but he's a little more than a tenth behind Narasto, who's looking to take pole right now. We have Malgar off right now. He's cutting a bit of the track to head to the pits. Our car in P7, yeah, that's also not going to be any improvement, so Narasto. Pole! Beautiful from him. Wow! I mean, Miku will have a great start, so he will bring the battle immediately after the lights are out, but yes, exactly, that was kind of unexpected. He's a great driver, of course. He has already had some great results this season. He's had, I mean, decent results. He's had a podium in the first race, in the first round, race 2. And then he hasn't finished lower than P8. He did miss 2 rounds though, so he's definitely going to use one of those as a drop round. But it's setting him up nicely to try and leapfrog Anthony Perkin in the standings. Both of them have missed 2 rounds. But yeah, if he can outscore him by 12 points, that would be good for him. It will indeed make for a very interesting race. That's always with Red Bull Ring, because of the 90-degree uphill turns. It's always chaos. Look at F2 this year, especially in turn 3. The cars were barrel rolling over each other, and what a scary sight to behold, but sort of a cool sight. I mean, it doesn't happen every day. But yeah, Marcel Miku coming from the last 2 rounds, 3 podiums, 3 P2s even. He'll definitely be trying to improve from that with a win today. As cars are lining up on the grid. Have I teleported to the pits? That's the real question. If I press F5, yes, I am in the pits. My beautiful Audi TV car. As I tried to get a fun camera angle from afar. This one, I know this one is good. Here we go. We're setting ourselves up for 30 minutes of racing. Marcel Miku will start P2 alongside Narasto. And we have Bernatsis, Grzybowski, Stavros, Perkin, Japanese characters. I think it's Japanese. Beilman, Kaz, Malgar, all fighting for it right now. It's a lights out and away we go. And Marcel Miku, again an electrifying start. The one I was talking about earlier before the disconnect. As a Narash already with his headlights on. Did I see a bit of contact there? Everybody seems to make it through pretty safely right now, but Marcel Miku capitalized off of the start and he's already up into P1. Rashto P2, so a bit lesser from him, but he's still in the game. You will have to be careful about Vasilis Bernatsis and Christian Grzybowski though. Apologies, Grzybowski though, because they're both fast as Miku had a bad exit. This allows Narash to go side by side right now. Perfect opportunity to make this camera angle work. Will he be later on the brakes? No, they're kind of equal, but Miku just manages to extend it a bit more and yeah, he flies away with it. So it's clear turn 3 might be an issue for Miku, so it's gonna be very interesting to see what Narasto can gain from it. As Malgar a bit far behind for the debutant. I don't know if you're watching this right now or if you're gonna watch this, but as long as you don't give up, you're good, man. Try and stay safe, try and learn the track. That's my advice to newer racers. As you see, Jeremy Kaz, the Peugeot, if I'm correct, as we have 2 Valvoline Peugeots right now. Trying to send it. A beautiful train here. He is in the slipstream right now. What can Jeremy do? He tries to send it down the inside. The Peugeot, beautiful on the brakes. Manages to send it, gets hit by the car behind, but luckily not too badly and luckily not too hard. Otherwise it might have been a spin, but yeah, clearly a racing incident there. Again, the cars behind them. Stavros again also going side by side and coming out victorious. This track delivers. It almost always delivers. Last round in MX5, so pretty much an hour ago, on both final laps we saw a car crash or a spin out, so definitely see something interesting here as we see Kaz kind of rotate his tires a bit to save the car as Stavros is trying to send it soon. He's making it go down the inside and he makes it stick as well, so beautiful move from him. As we see the Honda there try and retake the position, but Beilman trying to be opportunistic and he's gonna try and send it down the inside. Send it down the inside, he does a bit of contact right there as he spins and ooh, what a save, and Stavros just losing the position there. Don't know what happened to him, he might have been scared as Grzybowski takes position. The Cupra overtakes the Audi, I think it's his teammate by looking at the liveries. He will be closing the gap, or trying to close the gap to Narashto right now. So they're kind of slipstreaming each other right here. The Audi yields, as we can see in the rear view mirror there. He turns in. Narashto still very close to Marcel Miku, only separated by 6/10. I think interval is more fun to look at. Will Pernetsis send it down the inside? No, he's staying behind, kind of counter-steering on the brakes there. Bit further ahead though. We're gonna see a three-way battle here, I think. I hope throughout the entire race. We will keep a look at Pernetsis because that gives us a clear view of 3 cars ahead of him. These 3, however, here are just fighting beautifully. I mean, we've seen a few contacts, a bit of rubbing is racing, but at least it's not anything detrimental. We're not seeing any pit maneuvers, we're just seeing slight touches, which is all racing is really about, except if you're an open wheelers, of course, then it goes wrong. Down the inside goes Bailman right now. This time we don't see a car driving sideways. We do see a car going off as they're 3 wide right now. Looks like Stavros is the ultimate winner there. And Bailman, I mean, it really cost him quite a bit. Down to turn 1 they drive right now. Stavros went wide, it's costing him, and then we have Bailman with a good exit, so it's clear they all pick up from each other's mistakes. Are they going 3 wide? Oh no, we're seeing a pit maneuver! We just saw Samuel Baumann pit maneuver the Honda right there. Some things are too good to happen, as you can see. I mean, he might be in a battle with Stavros for a while, which might allow the Civic to catch up, but that looked very unfortunate. I mean, I'll definitely have a watch after the stream, because yeah, I think we'll definitely see some sort of report from that, because nobody wants to see that, especially once it costs you 3 seconds from your battle. Miku also starting to extend this gap, and I see my good friend and commentator HC make a mistake there, so Miku with the fastest lap. Narashto will have to be ultra defensive from now on, make every exit just work. And this one wasn't quite it, unfortunately, as Grzybowski is going to try and send it down the inside, which of course is the optimal line for making a move there. Can Narashto be later on the brakes into turn 3? We go right now. Narashto loses the position, but does he have a better exit? It looks like it. He does have a better exit. It sets him up for the inside line. I hope that the negative camber in the next corner doesn't set him up wrong, because that would be very unfortunate. The understeer hitting the other car. We might see that, but they're very close right now. No contact. Beautiful racecraft from both of these drivers. Narashto will be leading into turn 6 right now. I mean, leading from Grzybowski, of course. We have Marcel Miku still in P1, being able to extend this gap due to the battle these cars are in right now. Pernetsis also still close. I think he is mainly helping his teammate right now. I mean, are they teammates? They might be. They don't have the same profile picture, but the livery is pretty much the same, so they might be helping each other right now. I'm saying that because on the sim grid, Sklius and Pernetsis do have the same type of profile picture, same paint scheme compared to Grzybowski, who I don't know what he has. It might be Chainsaw Man, I might be wrong. But no, there goes Vasilis Pernetsis. He sends it down the inside into turn 1. So we might see an inter-team battle right now. which will allow Narashto to stretch his legs and you know, be comfortable, extend his current lead. But there goes the Cupra into turn 3. He yields. He does not go for the move, but wide goes the Audi there, right there, over the sausage curb. That also kind of ruins your exit onto the straight here. Can the Cupra send it down the inside though? That's the real question. No, he's a bit too far back. Narashto as well, still very close. We're already 1/3 down the race. It's so exciting. I'm gonna have a sip of water, otherwise tomorrow I won't even have a voice to do anything at all. Alright, here we are after that very quick hydration break. Staying hydrated, of course, very important, but what's more important is this battle right now. I mean, three-way battle for P2. One of these drivers will have the heartbreak to finish off of the podium, despite being oh so close as of now. And Bellman's gap is also pretty big right now, but we're seeing another car get close there. I mean, Bellman just lost position even, so or did he? No, he's in a battle himself. So Spowski, you're right now our mini viewer, as we don't see car go down the inside there, even though the proximity arrows nearly indicated that. They're heading up to turn 2 and turn 3 right now. Who will be last on the brakes? Civic is a bit far, but of course there will be a bit of a grudge there. Slight contact because of the pit maneuver that happened earlier. Probably accidental. I mean, most definitely accidental. Nobody really does a pit maneuver just because they can in a league race, especially when there is stewarding, because you don't want to get a season ban, of course. Peugeot glides through the corner there. Samuel Bellman will have to defend heavily. As you can see, the Civic just peep up on our screens there. Slides, which allows the Civic to pass through door-to-door contact. Again, a bit of contact. I mean, didn't look too grave. We don't see a car spinning sideways on our screen there. But the Civic has done it. It's shown a bit better pace, and Narashto fastest lap. Congratulations to him. He'll be trying to keep everything he has, and then there goes Pileman back again for P8. I think like Hellcat said on Twitch, it's gonna be a very interesting race. I mean, we have this battle for P8 right now, and then up ahead we have Grzypowski making the move for P3. That gets taken yet again by... so Grzypowski got P3 and then lost it again to Pernetsis by going too wide. That's what it looked like, at least. As Bellman and the Civic go side by side there. Now Bellman behind, we can kind of see him there. Over the crest they go right now. Again, heavy braking. The Peugeot seem to move out there. Thank you, Zero Corsa, for the static shots. Again, they're so close to each other, which is brilliant to see, really. Around the outside goes Peugeot. First time that camera angle was kind of useful. I mean, I keep stressing at each contact, but I think at this point we can be safe to say it can be safe to say that it just is. I don't know how else to explain it. It just is a slight tap. I shouldn't be stressing about it. As Narashto has been able to get quite the gap on Grzypowski right now. Of course, he's still battling heavily with Pernetsis, so Civic a bit on the grass there. So I think if they keep battling, we might have Miku and Rashto just swap their qualifying positions and finish like this. Both will be getting some valuable points. As a Civic, again, very close. He pulls alongside, side by side. They're running up on the hill right now. He's carrying more speed. We see the Peugeot of Bijlman try to get the slipstream, but grass did not help him there. Will he send it down the inside? Yes, he will. Will he make the move complete? Will he have the correct exit? No. And the Civic, again, a better exit after turn 3. This battle for P8, man, is this exciting. Spowski also fighting with Pernetz's contact here yet again. It's a shame the other battle has to be relegated to a little screen at the bottom, because everything is just so excited. It's just so exciting. We'll be following these two cars right now, as I'm sure one of them, I mean, is one of them fighting for the championship? Yeah, Grzybowski is. My bad for forgetting that. Yeah, Grzybowski really wants to finish as high as he can. Wants to take each and every point he can off of Miku, which will not happen today if Miku stays in P1. Mini player, we see Bijlman just send it down the inside there in the final corner. We're halfway through the race and we've already had such an exciting one as well. I wonder where Melgar is. I think we can see him heading into turn 6 right now on the track map. And I know, yes, disconnected. So looked like connection issues right there. So not fun for him. Again, quite the gap here. Gonna quickly look into turn 3 right now. The Civic sending it around the outside. Gets forced onto the sausage curb, but still room is being left. I mean, I keep saying so I'm not mean at all. I'm just saying that they're having such a brilliant fight. Despite the contact, it's consistent. One hits the other, then the other hits the other. So this is peak racing. I mean, right now we see the Honda Civic just drift, hit the rear of the car ahead, but they keep it both onto the track. Here again, I mean, could have easily been a pit maneuver, seen Bijlman spin across the track, but no. They're still on track. Miku set the fastest lap just right there. Narasto as well, probably very happy to be able to extend that gap right now. Skrzybowski back up into P3. I mean, we haven't really seen any major crashes, luckily. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. I'll say that. I have found though, every time I swap between battles between mini player and the big screen, each and every time then the mini player battle becomes important. But we'll be focusing on our P3 and P4. I mean, really P3 battle. I'll keep it at that later, as the Civic again tries to go around the outside into turn 3, side by side. Civic has a better exit, but of course being force wide costs you a slight bit there. Peugeot takes the inside line for the inside camber corner. Will he be able to hang it around the outside? That's what I'm asking right now. Peugeot doesn't understeer, so that helps. Nearly on the grass there from the Civic. Again, a bit of bumping, and that's gravel for Bijlman. That's going to cost him massively. I mean, might be seen as a bit of payback. Was most definitely accidental, it looked like. So this battle will have dialed down right now. We'll be keeping an eye on Bijlman as we look forward to Stavros, is he close to the car ahead? Kind of. We'll be keeping... Words are not competing right now. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Same for Bernetses right now. I think most battles have slightly died down a bit. Because, yeah, something happened and they all decided, you know what, 10 minutes left in the race approximately. Let's just keep it calm for now. No Sklius this race though, so he... he won't be losing his P3, but it also won't help him. He'll probably have to settle down for P3 because we only have 2 more rounds after this. Next week we will be heading to Road America, 2 20-minute races, and then of course season finale at Barcelona, which will be very interesting. Massive drift there from the Audi. He takes the entire Austrian flag right there with him at the exit. I mean, time to try and fill the empty moments of silence as I drop something on the ground. I mean, it's a shame we don't have the Renault of Sklius right now, because it is a beautiful looking and sounding car. And usually I don't say that about anything French, really. Yeah, I think something might be happening with Bernetses for him to... I mean, it looks like he's fighting the rear grip most corners. Might be something only I'm seeing, but I'm not sure. As Eric Johansson says that the MX-5 race was fun. I mean, yes, it was indeed. It was very eventful. Wow. Again, words. I'll be taking a sip of water. That's just 1.6 seconds lost from Grzybowski. Narasto 5 seconds. I mean, 2 seconds, if I'm correct, ahead of Narasto. 2 seconds approximately ahead. Wow, man. My speech today, it's not at 100% clearly. As Grzybowski is setting the fastest lap, I mean not of the race but of everybody right now. 4 tenths faster than Narasto. 9 tenths. No, not mathematics. 7 tenths faster than Marcel Miku. Wow. Really, today my words haven't been wording that well. Stream is still on, so because I think it's on my mobile app. I'm having issues right now. Doesn't matter. We'll be focusing on the rest of the race right now. I really hope for Narasto that he's able to hold on to that P2, because he's been capitalizing off of the mistake made there. 2.3 second gap. So that's very nice as Bailman starts approaching the Civic again after their contact that happened also again. Repetition, man. I keep repeating my words, but after a while you find you keep saying everything again and again and again. That's why I think they talked about doing heroin during the Le Mans 24-hour commentary. I fully understand that moment now. Spellman drifts the car there, all in his continuous chase towards the Civic. Lots of tracky usage right there. You might see a last lap overtake, but I also see Stavros very close to the Peugeot of Jeremy Cass. I mean, we haven't seen him. We haven't seen Stavros, Jeremy, and Birkin really all race. They've mainly been in no man's land, no car challenging them. Here he goes right now, 1 second behind. He did not have the greatest exit, but sometimes it's all about patience, waiting for your opponent to make a mistake and then capitalizing off of it, like we saw with Narashto capitalizing off of the battle between Grispowski and Pernetsis. Yes, Stavros, I will quickly look at the sim grid to see if he has raced before, because I'm very forgetful. Stavros, no, this is his first round, so he's debuting here. Bellman has raced in round 6, so also not a debutant. Kind of looking at some names right now on the sim grid, but I think all is pretty stable. Stavros getting very close right now, though separated by half a second. Grispowski with the fastest lap. He will have about 3-4 laps to go to try and overtake Narashto and gain enough time on him. But here we go. Stavros sends it down the inside right now into turn 1. Will the Peugeot have a better exit and be able to respond to him for P6? Only time will tell. Bellman also further down the grid, getting closer to his opponent. Jeremy, man, you know you have the pace, you know you have the brakes, you know you have the car, you know you can still challenge him for your position back, so go for it. Try and get his slipstream. You're 5/10s behind, you know you're near him. Just put the pressure, a few fake dummies, and we might see a mistake. You might get the position back. There it is. The mistake has happened, as they're gonna go side by side right now. Not even. The Peugeot carries through much more overspeed, but Jesus Christ, the Assetto Corsa is not giving me any good camera angles. Here they go right now through turn 7 into turn 8. Again, such a fun section to drive on. We'll have 3 more laps approximately left in the race. Pernetsis' fastest lap right now. I mean, despite probably not getting any change in the front for now, this battle for P6 will still be very interesting. Both capitalizing off each other's mistakes, which is the way racing goes. Getting onto the curbs, using all of the track in order to gain the best exit onto the straight. Both of them, no mistake there. Constantinidis is slightly gaining though, so he'll try to do that again at turn 3. Just to make it move. Just to make it work, just to make the move. As you see some skid marks on the track there. Don't know if those are Kuno's or from a previous incident. Yet again, I'm very forgetful. Let's hope not so forgetful during the interviews later. As yeah, Marcel Miku, again, brilliant race. Kind of no man's land for him, only clean air. Did have Narashto close to him for a small chunk of the race, but that doesn't matter now. Gonna enjoy a bit of peace and quiet, so to say, but what's really clear is Birkin. Look at the track map. Nobody near him at all. You might think it's COVID-19 again with the amount of social distancing right now. It is good for him though, because it means if he makes a mistake, he will not be punished for it by a car immediately taking his position. But if somebody ahead of him makes a mistake, it also doesn't help him. So it's right now for him just a place to be, consistent in, don't push too hard, stay clear, just avoid mistakes really, and get the points. It's also clear from the pace. He's a bit slower than Burnetz ahead, but also faster than Kaz behind, who is side by side, who goes very wide there as Stavros takes P6 right now. They'll still... I think we're going to see a move into the next corner later. Is this a better angle? Maybe we can see a bit more of the cars. We'll see how this works out. Stavros staying very clean to the inside, but we see a switchback being set up there by the Peugeot. Now this angle is better again. We're going to be trying to swap this around. No, I think it's best to keep it stationary, but we're going back to the TV cameras. Side by side through turn 8 right now. Brilliant racing. I genuinely would not know anything else to say from these two. They're having what Bellman and the Civic were having earlier, just a few contacts, but still nothing too harsh. Spowski seems to have made... No, never mind. It's a gap to the leader. Otherwise, I wanted to say he made grave mistake, maybe losing all of that time. But I think he's trying to settle into his position right now. Onto the long straight we go right now. Cupra moving towards the inside, carrying more speed through. Surprised Peugeot's not lifting slightly to get into that slipstream, but we're seeing some squeezing maybe into turn 3. The Cupra just being a bit smoother there. Peugeot had to drive over the sausage curb, which cost them probably a bit of time having to deviate, but not too much clearly. They're still side by side. They're running down to the off-cambered corner. It's the final lap as well. I haven't even noticed that. There goes the Cupra. I think we might have a photo finish here, but we'll quickly soon have to look at the leader. Kaz, you have the mini player as we're looking at Marcel Miku right now. Crossing the finish line to win this race from P2. Narasto P2 after starting from pole. Brilliant race. Krispowski will finish up P3. Burnetz P4. Anthony Perkin a bit further behind P5. A bit of a no man's land race for him, but great nonetheless, as Stavros will keep that P6 that he gained from overtaking. The Peugeot's getting very close. Will we see a photo finish? We will. My God, what? I don't know what to say. They cross the finish line and the Peugeot just takes it, or did he? Wow, that. Words are not coming out of my mouth right now. That I'm amazed. I hope Assetto Corsa is able to tell me what happened there, because yeah, Civic takes P8, Bellman P9. Brilliant race here around the A1 ring, or the little words, the Red Bull ring. Jesus Christ, why I'm not getting Red Bull. But I mean, if we look at the stream right now, the Peugeot, I thought he had it, but only separated by 0.002 of a second. This is the closest photo finish I've ever seen personally, I think. Brilliant stuff as we will be heading to the interviews right now. Let me quickly change the screen. Yes, here we are. My microphone is working as well, which is better than Tatus yesterday. If only I can alt tab to Discord right now. Thank you, PC. Only one driver in right now. Two drivers, Marcel Miku and Narash. So I'll start with the winner, Miku. Due to the shortened second qualifying session, you were able to start P2. Beautiful start. what was your mindset throughout the race? Because Naresso was close behind for a big portion of the start.
To be honest, it was just a case of just keep it clean, try not to bottle it badly, and just try to at least bring something good out of a day, or at least out of a week. That really was just it. Just keep it clean, don't bottle it, and try to at least deliver something good from the week.
I mean, you really were able to gain some points on your closest championship rival, Grzybowski. How are you looking forward to Road America and um, the season finale right now? Because you're the clear favorite.
Yeah, I think I've got a good amount of confidence. Of course, thanks to the outcome at Okayama, where it seems I was finally able to somewhat resolve the issue that was plaguing me for the first half of the series. I think I'm looking quite, I'm looking quite good for the final two. I'm certainly looking forward to at least get at least one of the victories in.
All right. Then to our other driver in the interview room right now. Naresto, just say, okay, you've unmuted. Um, I'm not gonna lie, a very unexpected poll from you. How did that feel, and how did that come to be?
Well, yes, it was very much unexpected, but I knew that I had 3/10 in hand after the first quali session. So I knew I could do a 37.7 because I completely messed up my turn one on the final lap of the first qualifying session. But I to be honest, I didn't know I had 37.5, and somehow I set a 37.2 on the final lap of the race, which is just I don't know what happened, to be honest.
And then the race, you had quite the battle with the Audi and the Cooper behind you for a short while. What was your mindset during that battle? Because it got really close at times.
Well, so I know I was going to get a bad start. I was just trying to make sure at least I stay second behind Miku. And then Miku completely missed the apex of turn 3 on the opening lap, so I got it wrong down towards turn 4. I could have braked a lot later, but I know Miku and I think Jabowski, they are in a championship fight, so I thought that I would just follow Miku and try to just hang on to the rear of him. Because so for me, it's always been the case of if I'm following somebody, I drive faster. If I have somebody pressurizing me from behind, I drive slower. So even if I pass Miku there into turn 4, I would have probably been repassed, and then it could drag Jabowski and Panassis into the battle as well. But then I think I made a mistake in turn 4, like 3 laps later, or turn 1 first of all, and then turn 4. Because I think I've been braking too early for turn 1 actually. So I think almost everyone braked later than me there. But regarding the battles, I think they have lower downforce. I feel like they're faster in terms of straight line speed, but I feel like I was the fastest at turn 3, the hairpin, out of the whole grid, because I think my car had the most downforce basically. So I was faster in the corners but slower on the straights, but that meant I was still able to defend the position into the corners by braking later. And then, yes, as Marcel Miku said, it was just about consistency. I saw him getting loose at turn 4 a couple of times. It's a close thing, but then I also went into the gravel once at turn 4, once at turn 7. Well, I'm still happy that I get second and the fastest lap on the final lap, somehow.
Great to hear.
Can I just add?
Yeah.
Can I just add? Sorry that I'm going to interrupt again. I have done it again. But yeah, like for me, turn 3 is just not exactly the best corner, because for me, the gearing on the Civic just isn't ideal. If I'm going first, I end up over revving the engine, and if I go second, I just end up bogging down to the point that I just can't get the power down. So that
Yeah,
is kind of most. Go on.
Yes, it's the same thing in the Audi. So I've been using second the whole like qualifying and the race after trying first in practice because first just doesn't work. So basically, what I've been doing is I think I braked earlier than you by about 10, 15 meters, but I was almost on full throttle before the apex already. So by going on throttle earlier, even if I'm in second gear, I still get a better exit out of it compared to using first gear. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I was hitting the brakes at around 120, and
Mm,
even at some points I was still overshooting. Like the brakes were really inconsistent.
that's weird because I think I also brake at around 120, 115. But you seem to just miss the apex, but then I just get a tighter line.
Yeah, I feel like it's just with the brakes just being inconsistent because there were times where I would have hit it right on the mark and I would either overshoot or undershoot. And
What is your brake bias?
I mean, I do run ABS, so that might play a bit of a factor because I know the cars are quite heavy when it comes to the braking. So maybe the ABS is affecting things.
Well, basically, because I was struggling in, I think, Brands Hatch, especially, I was just oversteering every single corner under braking. So what I've done is basically turning down ABS, but moving the brake bias a lot forward to compensate that. It's crazy value forward that I don't think is realistic. But it kind of means that I no longer make mistakes that often in the races anymore. Because the Brands Hatch race was a calamity. Cause I was basically losing the rear every single braking zone. So
Yeah,
I think
I
I've
mean,
set up breakthroughs in Spa, but it's weird.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't really have that much of an issue with the brake, really. I mean, I've got it set to the front, or at least like somewhat to the front, and like I'm not exactly losing the back end too much on the brake. It's just more when I let go of a brake that I start to get a bit tail happy. But it's not on the brake; it's more on the turn end that I start getting sideways.
Did you max diff coast?
I think I don't run max diff.
You should max diff coast to help the issue. And then on diff power, you can turn down a bit because you want a bit rotation on power. So if you don't want to run max diff power. You want to run max diff coast, I think. At least from my, experience.
Alright, well, I'll throw that. I'll take that into consideration and see what happens.
Well, yeah, I mean, that wraps up the interviews post race right now. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. Make sure to join Phoenix tomorrow for ACC if it's being broadcasted. It might might not be. They're sorting that out, but definitely join tomorrow for LMU where they will be racing around Le Mans. So it's a very interesting championship fight there. So make sure to join us there tomorrow, and also next week again for round 9 around Road America. I've been Arthur. This has been the TCR race, and we'll see you next time.
Good night.